I want to watch the news.
Are you making headway at least?
This is the news.
Smack 'em a copy it is time for the only news that matters. And Iron Maiden's bassist Steve Harris has admitted that there was maybe an issue or two with former frontman Blaze Bayley's voice when the band played live. Bayley joined Iron Maiden in 1994, replacing longtime vocalist Bruce Dickinson, and had a noticeably deeper register than his predecessor. However, the new wave of British heavy metal stars didn't downtune their instruments when they toured with Bayley, leading to some perceived wobbly performances from the singer. In a new interview with Scars and Guitars podcast, Harris is asked if Iron Maiden ever considered downtuning for shows with Bayley. And he said, no, not really. Maybe on some things in retrospect we could have done, but no, we didn't really think about it. It wasn't really till we got out and played live that we realized it was a couple of things. The weird thing is that Blaze Bayley was really confident when we were rehearsing. And then a couple of times on a couple of songs, we go out live and there was maybe an issue or two here and there. But in general, he just didn't handle it really well. The bassist finished by tipping his hat to his former frontman, saying, "It is what it is, I suppose, in retrospect. You can do all kinds of things, but Blaze helped keep the band alive through that period, so we owe him a lot." Bayley was controversial in Iron Maiden, with certain fans having issues because of the vocal differences from Dickinson, as well as his more light-hearted previous band, Wolfsbane. He reflected on the uproar and the support he got from his then bandmates in a 2023 interview with Metal Hammer. He said, "One time we were on stage in Italy, and there were signs in the audience saying, 'Come back, Bruce.' And people were going, 'Bruce, Bruce,' as we finished the song. And Steve walked over and said, 'Just fuck them. They said the same thing about Bruce when Paul Di'Anno left.'" And Bayley appeared on two Iron Maiden albums, 1995's X Factor and 1998's Virtual 11, before being dismissed from the band in 1999. He was replaced on microphone by a returning Bruce Dickinson. Alright, Steve Harris didn't really specify what were the problems that Blaze had on stage with Iron Maiden, where during rehearsal he did it. Well, I know I saw the X Factor tour, and I'm glad I saw it later on with many shows under Blaze's belt, because he was amazing. I am not a fan of X Factor. I'm not a fan of Blaze Bayley on X Factor. I'm really not. But live, man, those songs came to life, and I thought he did a damn fine job. I thought live he was amazing. Better than the record, you know? But I guess those early shows were bad all around, which is not cool. But, you know, there's a couple songs I do like off X Factor, and there's a few songs I like off of, what's the album after that? Virtual 11. And I love the first Blaze Bayley solo album, Silicon Messiah. I thought was awesome. And, you know, later albums, he's done some good stuff. He even released an album earlier this year that's pretty good. But, you know, I wasn't really that taken back from the X Factor, because I haven't liked Iron Maiden for a while now. You know, I mean, I did like No Prayer for a Dying, but, you know, after Power Slave, it was kind of rocky for me. And This album and X Factor, Sign of the Cross is cool. I love Man on the Edge. I love one of the bonus tracks called Judgment Day. I thought it's a really good song. And then there's some that I liked off of Virtue 11. What was it? The Klansman on there? Lightning Strikes and Future Real. Yeah, there's a few songs I like off that one too. And then, like, you know, Bruce came back, and there's just a few songs I liked off Brave New World. I like Dance to Death way more. I liked a song or two from A Matter of Life and Death. I liked absolutely nothing off Final Frontier. I didn't like none of that. Has to be the worst Maiden album. What was the next one after that? Book of Souls. I love the title track, Book of Souls. And there was another song or two I liked off that. And the same I can say about Senjutsu, where a lot of people complaining about, oh, their Maiden songs are way too long. And I actually like the long songs on Senjutsu, especially Death of the Celts. But I do agree, they have done some really crappy long songs. I mean, to me, man, their longest song ever, Empire of the Clouds. Ooh. No, thank you, man. Not a fan of that one. And yeah, there's many longer songs too on past albums. Come on, chill out with that shit, you know? But more people are bothered by it than I am, because I don't think anybody would even give Death of the Celts a chance after being so disappointed by so many lousy long songs up to this point, you know? But I was like, wow, man. I liked all three long songs on there. Like the longest songs on Senjutsu are my favorite songs off the album. But going back to Blaze, you know, Blaze fans, leave your comments below. People that love these albums, because there are a lot of people that do dig the Blaze years. I don't think as much as the people that really hated the guy. I'm kind of neutral when it comes to Blaze. I mean, they could have gotten a better singer, higher register, like a Warrell Dane would have been cool for Maiden. I think would have been better. You know, somebody with, you know, just a more of a not so deep voice like Blaze had. But hey, man, Steve Harris dug it enough to put him in the band, but it sure did turn a lot of people off. And then, you know, when I saw the X Factor tour, it was at this place here called the Revolution, which is, you know, pretty much a club, but it's like, it's small. But it has a second floor. And when Maiden played there, I was there, man. The second floor was empty. I was all the way up front, but I remember looking up, man. I mean, there was hardly anybody on the second floor. It wasn't even half sold out. It was a real dark time for metal. I mean, I saw Dio in the club at that time. I saw Judas Priest in the clubs at that time. It was a dark time, man, for, you know, Iron Maiden to be playing such a small venue and not even sell half the place out, you know? It was sad, man, but my God, what a show. I mean, they played their ass off, and I commend them for that, man. That was a awesome, awesome show. I saw the Fear of the Dark tour. I didn't see No Prayer for a Dying because the tickets were so bad. They canceled the show, and they lied. They said like Dickinson hurt his hand or some shit. I forgot what the excuse was, but they never rescheduled it. It wasn't selling well. It was supposed to be at the Miami Arena with Anthrax, and oddly enough, when it was canceled, Anthrax played a little club, and I went, and it was beyond packed. Anthrax was huge at the time. I think that was them at their biggest. But anyway, what do you all think? Leave it in the comments below about the Blaze era, man. You love it? You hate it? Are you kind of like, I can take it or leave it like I am? You know, leave it in the comments below. I love reading stuff like that. And thank you so much for watching The Only News That Matters. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. I would appreciate that. ring that little notification bell, because that's good for those notifications. So again, please leave comments and like the video. Yes, like the video, because that's good for the YouTube algorithms. So stay frosty, listen to Black Sabbath, and smack 'em a gob.
Farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies.
Farewell and adieu, you ladies of Spain, for we've received orders for to sail back to Boston, and so never more shall we see you again.